Touchdown! Welcome to Podcast 10 in Week 7 of the MRMFL. Folks, this was one of the craziest weeks in league history. Let's get right to the action as we've got 5 games to report on, the last game from Week 6 as well as this Week 7. So in that last game, Calgary, you could see work the field well with sizable gains seen here. Unfortunately for this one interception, as you can see here, it would go back for a pick 6 and that eventually would cost them the victory in the game. Edmonton takes advantage and works the field with short passing seen in this latest clip. So the numbers are close and you can see that it really was that interception pick 6 that cost Calgary the win. Now for Week 7, let's take a look at Montreal. They had superb ball control seen here in the first clip. But take a look at this next clip, this outstanding one-handed catch, folks. This is just like the true Chad Owens of the Toronto Argos. Folks, BC had great ability for taking these short passes with a bunch of yak yards to boot and managing to get downfield. In the end, if you take a look at the numbers, it was just fantastic action and BC would prevail for the win regardless of that one-hander catch. So as Edmonton was coming out for a big final game against perennial powerhouse, the Toronto Argos, Coach Reimer was actually getting a scouting report by BC coach Tellier, who basically told him that the Toronto Argos never throw long. Well, folks, in the first clip, you can see a typical short pass with yak yards to boot, and look at how the Argos would get a first down. But in this next clip, yeah, baby, Coach Morrison can actually throw the long bomb. Talk to me, folks. Take a look. Anyway, Edmonton would prevail, and you can see that the receiver in this next clip would come back to help the quarterback out as he was in trouble finding a target. Folks, you can see by the numbers that it was absolutely a close game. It actually came down to the last play of the game when the bell rung. Had Toronto caught the pass that was in the end zone, they would have won the game, but unfortunately it went incomplete. Edmonton took the game. Now, Game 3 caught most of us off guard as the 2-4 Saskatchewan Green Riders came out on fire like we've never seen them on fire before. They must have eaten their Wheaties. Folks, you can see Coach Borge rifling it into a wide-open receiver here. Now, seen in this next clip, you can see Winnipeg did have some success on the day. However, they did struggle somewhat towards their normal. So much so that Coach Vasquez actually passed it to Commissioner Morrison. And Commissioner Morrison took the pass and look at him go all the way to the house, folks. Yeah, folks, you know, what am I going to do? It's an etiquette-driven league, and Winnipeg was struggling, so if Coach Vasquez is going to pass me the ball, I thought I'd help him out, and the kids hopefully appreciated that too. So, let's take a look at, the numbers, and you can see that Saskatchewan is peaking at the right time. They're going to be tough in the playoffs. Now, to the most craziest thing we've seen in league history was the Calgary versus Hamilton game. This picture was actually taken after the game, and you can see the coffee cup still in Coach Nixon's hand. Folks, he played the entire game with a double-double in his non-throwing hand. Don't believe me? Take a look at the video, and it's coming here. Folks, here's Hamilton, who had great numbers on the day, throwing short passes and long bombs seen here. But take a look at Calgary, seen going into the cuddle. Coffee in hand. Line of scrimmage. Coffee still in hand. Look at the completed pass. Coffee still in hand. Folks, you can take a look at the next clip. This is the third of 3 two-point conversions that Calgary nailed. Coffee still in hand. Folks, it was just, this is our Tim Hortons perfect game celebrations here. It was the first time in league history that a team has gone and run the perfect record on the game. The ironic thing is they only threw 7 passes and they won the game 24-21 versus Hamilton. Folks, big congratulations go out to Coach Nixon. You truly are awesome. Okay, so the playoffs are set for this year, folks, and you can see the matchups behind me. It does appear that the West was a little stronger this year, but nonetheless, it's playoff times, and when the teams make the big dance, boy, it changes. So, in terms of this week's pigskin prognostication, folks, it was difficult this year with all the drone helicopters, the Timmy's double-double. I mean, how do you make predictions with all that kind of shenanigans going on? So here's what I'm going to do for this week. Basically, the picks are going to go to the highest seed. So I have in the East, I've got Toronto winning, Winnipeg winning. In the West, I've got BC and Edmonton moving on. Folks, the Instagram pick of the week is a really cool picture. Paparazzi Pete captured the ball just being released from the quarterback's hands. Big thank you to Paparazzi Pete on this one. So, folks, it's playoff time. So I just think that I'm going to get ready with, Calgary's little secret. And as I do, though, I want you all to be there or be square.